What is going on, guys? ZombieNinja here, and welcome back to some Katawa Shoujo. Last time we left off where he first got his prescriptions for his medicine, and I was reading them off, and there's some big long words. So yeah, all this for the rest of my life, every day. I'm afraid that is the best we can do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that list shade over the years. Years? What kind of confidence booster is that? I'd have felt better if he hadn't said anything at all. 1 minute. Okay. Also, I've spoken with your parents, and we believe that it would be the best if you don't. What? I didn't even get to see that. What? Please calm down, Hizawa. Listen to what the doctor has to say. Calm down. The way he says it tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever of my concern shows, it's ignored. We all understand that your education can really see that your education is paramount. However, I don't think that it's wise for you to be without supervision. At least not until we are sure that your medication is stable. So I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students. Disabled? Something popped up. Disabled, what am I? It has a 24-hour nursing staff and it's only a few minutes from a highly regarded general hospital. The majority of the students live on the campus. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby. Independence, it's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise that fact. If it was really that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff, and you wouldn't make a hospital being nearby a selling point. Of course, that's only if you want to go, but your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. We went out there and had a look at a couple weeks back. I think you'd like it. It looks like I really don't have a choice. Compared to other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education. This is an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a goddamned opportunity. Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school, and while it's not the same one, a special school, that's an insult. That is what I want to say. It's a step down. It's not what you think. All of the students there are pretty active in their own sort of way. It's regarded towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help in one way or another. Your father's right, and many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. One of my colleagues in another hospital is a graduate. I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what a disability is. I really hate that something so important was decided for me, but what can I do about it? A normal life is out of the question now. It's funny. I had always thought my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something now, something about how I can go back to school anyway, but no. I don't say anything. The fact is that I don't know. It's futile. I look around the room, feeling very tired of all this. The hospital, doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any better. There really isn't a choice, I know this, but the thought of going to a disabled school, what are those even like? As much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But let me try. A clean slate isn't a bad thing. That is all I can think of to get me through this. At least I still have something, even if it's a special school. It's something, it's a fresh start, and my life isn't over. It would be a mistake to resign myself to thinking that. At the very least, I'll try to see what my life is, what it'll look like. A lot of reading. Gonna let this play out. The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. And in fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and gray plaster assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcome at all. I wonder if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate too far long, so I entered through it and with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. 1 minute. I gotta plug in my computer. Great. Ugh. Check the sound real quick. Okay. Turn it down a little bit. So I walk towards the main building of Yamaku Academy. With this brisk pace, I'm alone as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like a kind of grounds a school would have. More like a park with a clean walkway going past trees, the smell of fresh good grass, and other park-like things. Words like clean and hygienic pop into mind. It makes me shudder. I shake them off, stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. That's what I tell myself. A few big buildings loom behind the leafy canopies, too big and too many for just school. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley, even though I was told this is my new school. In the back of my mind, back of my head, it doesn't feel like one. I wonder if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kind of eerie. Makes me wish that there was someone here so I could anchor myself to something tangible, instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension. The trees hum with the wind and the green hose flashing all around me, catching my attention. Makes me think about hospitals again, how they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a calmer color. Turn my headset down. It's kind of loud. So why am I feeling so anxious despite all the greenery? ... Only after I stand in front of the haunted main building, I surprise myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no life I could return to. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I can go back anymore. Feeling nervous and with this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical. Excuse me. You must be Nikki? Nakai. So you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Mutoyu. Welcome. We exchange a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. The head nurse asked you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. Oh, Should I go later? Yes, afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. Wait, I can't really read that. It's too far away. They're waiting already. Waiting for me. I don't really think being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Thinking of this, I almost miss what the teacher is saying. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? Why not? Yeah, sure. I mean, isn't that normal? Of course, but not everyone likes to be at the center of the attention. I'm probably one of those people, but I guess I should be the one to give the first impression of myself. Right, but it's no problem. Let's go then. My heart is pounding in my chest, and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. The third door down the third floor corridor is marked as a classroom for class 3-3. Matuyu, something like that. Gordon, I keep butchering these words. Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late again. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot. Get a grip. This is a big step, I know that. But there isn't any point to worrying so much about it, at least not this soon. Now, I think this has nudity in it, and I have enabled nudity, so if you're underage, please step to the front of the class and leave. Alright. I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, partially so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of my new classmates. It's pretty spacious. The ceiling is unusually high, and there's lots of space left over around and in between the desks. An entire wall taken up by blackboards and the high old-fashioned window only make it seem larger. Students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames, simple and efficient. I step in front of the classroom, face the other students. They all look normal, like students in the other school, but then why would they be here? They're probably like me and have something wrong with them, only it's just not immediately obvious. Then I notice that one of the girls seems to be missing, and the number of her right hand is just a little jarring. You're that guy. You're like, fuck, why am I here? Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduced me to the class. I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking at me, a girl with really long, straight hair that is pretty eye-catching. As she sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hands as if it will make her invisible. There is one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone, so young with a cane. Another girl seems to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language. She peers at me over the rims of her glasses and goes back to whatever she's doing. She's kind of cute, so is the cheery looking girl with pink hair sitting next to her. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in. Please welcome our newest classmate. He claps his hand, and so does everyone else, except one girl in the first row who has only one hand. I cringe a little, but hide it by bowing and thanks for the applause I did not deserve. The collective silence tells me that I should open my mouth now. So, I'm Hizao Nakai. And after that, my hobbies are reading and soccer. I hope to get along with everyone, even though I'm a new student. And after that, I'm being so boring. This is exactly like every self-introduction ever. I should say something more exciting. I end up saying nothing, and the teacher picks up from there. Everyone seems to be satisfied With what little I had said, a few girls are whispering to each other, throwing glances at me. I couldn't have gotten worse. ... Oh, God. I listen to the teacher as he drones out about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done, I gotta move closer. Hold on. They clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. The first row girl claps on this round with her one hand against her other wrist, and that ends in a bedanged stump. Makes me feel a little bad. We're going to be doing some group work today, so that I'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you? Yeah, it's fine with me. That's good. You could work with Hakamichi. She is the class representative. She can explain everything you might want to know, and who else would be able to do that better, right? How could I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignment and announces that we'll be doing in groups of 3. Can't really see that I'm blind. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow, the teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. Alright, Hakamichi is right there. Shizuna Hakamichi. As he calls out her name, the cute, bubbly-looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes wave her hand at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? Now, it's nice to meet you. Ha 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 ha. What? Yeah, I'm caught off guard by your laughter. It's nice to meet you too, but I'm not Hakamichi, I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi Shichan. Whoa. Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. It looks like she has been staring at me this whole time. She nods once nonchalantly to show that she acknowledges my presence, but barely. She has short, yet carefully, neatly brushed hair, a pair of oval-shaped glasses balanced on the tip of a dainty nose, and dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored. Oh, okay. Alright guys, I'm gonna end it here. This is part 2 of Katawa Shoujo. Next time we continue. So yeah, talk to you guys later. Bye.